You got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. As we back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Johnson. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward. That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go! 38.
Watson now to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
10 yards still left on second down. To throw again. Newton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a third down. They fake the give. Newton. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. This is fielded at the 7. Oh, little 360. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Johnson on the counter. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Back to throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Newton to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Parkey's kick is good. They've gone final now out in Kansas City. And it was the Raiders who were able to come away with a victory there. Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go, Ohio!
Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Come on, let's go!
Now it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good